What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the Liverpool-Burnley post-match analysis video. And oh my goodness, what an absolutely ridiculous game. This was like a game of FIFA where Liverpool were basically all out attacking Burnley for the majority, like 98% of the game. It was all Liverpool. We had chance after chance after chance. We couldn't break down Nick Pope most of the times. And I mean, on another day, Liverpool could have won this 5-1. It was that one-sided in my opinion. But hats off to Burnley. I also have to give a lot of credit to Burnley. As Klopp said even before the game, this is a results machine. But first, let me tell you guys that there are a lot of controversy. A lot of you guys are already messaging me saying that VAR is a joke, that how Andy Robertson didn't get a penalty, where I think in the 85th minute, 84th minute, Peters miscontrols the ball. Or no, it was maybe Goodmanson who miscontrols the ball. Andy Robertson basically goes ahead of him, steals the ball off him, and then Goodmanson clears out Andy Robertson. He hits his leg, absolute clear as day. How on earth did VAR not give that? Somebody tell me. And also, of course, Liverpool fans are saying that Man United would get 2 penalties from that instance, or maybe at least 1 penalty. But I think that it's absolutely ridiculous how Liverpool didn't get a penalty for that. But I don't think we should talk about that. We should talk about what an absolute world-class goalkeeper Nick Pope is. He should be England's #1 goalkeeper. He was absolutely outstanding. This game reminded me of the games I play on Liverpool career mode against Burnley on FIFA, where I just dominate the whole game and Nick Pope is pulling save after save after save off with a world-class goalkeeping performance. Curtis Jones also got his first Premier League start, which I thought he did well, and he could have scored a couple of goals if it wasn't for the blocks by the Burnley defenders and if it wasn't for Nick Pope's magnificent goalkeeping. But the save that Nick Pope made on Mohamed Salah's shot, how on earth does he do that? That was absolute world-class goalkeeping. Firmino flicks it back to Salah. He volleys it on the absolute top corner, and Nick Pope somehow dives into the goal and somehow closes it away. And also Bobby Firmino hits the post, and this is now one of the weirdest statistics that Firmino has scored like 8 or 9 goals this season. None of them came at Anfield. Liverpool won the Premier League and Firmino hasn't scored at Anfield. That's such a weird statistic, and it must be like the biggest anomalies in world football right now, because Firmino gets so many chances at Anfield, but for some reason he couldn't take one of them. And away from home, he scored like 9 goals. That's so weird. And I really hope that Firmino breaks that curse against Chelsea or Arsenal, because that would be just absolutely crazy. I mean, sorry, we play only Chelsea at home. The Arsenal and Newcastle games are away from home. So Liverpool lost a few records now, because we can't beat every single team at home in a league season. That record is now gone because of this draw. And by the way, hats off to Burnley. They worked very, very hard. Defensively, they are a solid unit. But if it wasn't for Nick Pope, Liverpool would have scored 4 or 5 today. But hats off, as I said, credit to Burnley. They defended very, very resolutely. And when their defense failed, there was Nick Pope. And by the way, Liverpool's goal was absolutely glorious. It's a floated ball from Fabinho towards the back post, where Andy Robertson comes in. I'm not sure what he's doing from that side. I think it was a corner that he took, and then he glances an absolute glorious header into the far corner above Nick Pope. He heads it in a way that the ball curls outside of Nick Pope and into the far corner. An absolutely incredible header, one of the best headers that I've seen this season in the Premier League by Andy Robertson. And at that point I thought surely it's just a matter of time where Liverpool goes and score 2 and 3 and 4 goals. And I mean, to be fair, Salah, Mane, Firmino all had chances, Curtis Jones, Wijnaldum, they all had chances, but we just couldn't break down this resolute Burnley defense. We couldn't break down Nick Pope when it mattered most. So Liverpool lost the record of not winning all the home games. We now have 1 draw and like 17 wins, and we can still be the joint top team in terms of home records in the Premier League. The best sides were, I think, Chelsea and Man City, who won 18 games and drew 1 of 19 home games. And also Liverpool stopped at 24 home wins in a row, which I think is a record, absolutely crazy statistic. And Liverpool can now only get 102 points, but we need to beat Chelsea, Arsenal and Newcastle if we want to do that. And Arsenal and Newcastle are both away from home, so it's a tough run. Liverpool are, I think, back to their best. I mean, this performance was absolutely outstanding. We really played Burnley off the park, and it was very, very enjoyable to watch. Of course, apart from the frustration that we just couldn't score more goals, and Jay Rodriguez scored an absolutely brilliant goal, but that was actually Burnley's first proper chance, or maybe the second proper chance, the first chance in the second half. The first half performance from Liverpool reminded me of the Atletico Madrid game. I'm rewatching the highlights on my monitor, and I mean, it's the 47th minute in the highlights reel, and Sadio Mane just almost scored a top corner perfect goal, but again Nick Pope closed it out of the air. Just absolutely incredible. If he's not England's number 1 goalkeeper, then I'm not sure what Southgate is doing. Nick Pope is right now the best goalkeeper. And Firmino's also shot was just such a delicate, cool finish. If only it bounced in off the post and not outside of the post. It was just desperately unlucky. So Liverpool can still get to 102 points, and we can still get more than 32 wins. All we need to do is win the last 3 games, I think, and then we are there. We broke a couple of more records. I think the more realistic is that Liverpool will equal Manchester City's 100-point record. But at this point, do you really honestly care that much about records or not? Let me know. I mean, what I want is for Liverpool to remain unbeaten for the season, so we only have 2 losses throughout the whole season. And what I also want is for Liverpool to win every game, obviously. I mean, Salah also had a shot in the 62nd minute where the shot from Wijnaldum ricochets to Salah. Nick Pope is on the ground, so if Salah shoots just into the roof of the net, just under the crossbar, that's what I'm trying to say, then it's probably a goal, because Nick Pope is like floundering on the ground, flapping, but Salah skies it. He had his momentum maybe behind him, or I'm not sure how to put it. He didn't lean forward enough, that's what I wanted to say. And straight after, I mean, Firmino hits the post, Mane, Salah all miss great chances, and 69th minute, Jay Rodriguez from out of absolutely nothing. It's a long free kick from Burnley's own half, and there is a header which was almost maybe a foul on Fabinho, but maybe not. The referee didn't give it. It was a 50-50, and Jay Rodriguez, to be fair, great volley into the bottom corner. Alisson had no chance with that. I'm not faulting the goalkeeper for that. So overall, a very undeserved but a respectable point by Burnley. I'm saying undeserved because Liverpool really, I mean, just look at the stats on the game. Liverpool had so many incredibly good chances. I want to check the stats out for myself, because it must be something absolutely pretty ridiculous that Liverpool didn't win this game. I mean, let's watch the stats. Liverpool had 71% possession. We had 23 shots, 9 on target. Burnley just had 2 shots on target, 6 shots in total. So 23 shots for Liverpool, 6 shots for Burnley. That's like 4 times as much as Burnley's shots, 4 times as many shots on target, even more. And oh my goodness, I'm just seeing that Sheffield United are 2-0 up against Chelsea. Oh wow, the top 4 race just got a lot more interesting. Oh wow, that is crazy. I'm just checking the results while watching the statistics, but maybe I will make a video on that later today or tomorrow, the top 4 race. So Liverpool overall really should have won this game. My man of the match was Andy Robertson. I felt that he had an absolute blinder of a game. It's just a shame that Salah was a little bit like rusty, or I'm not sure how to put it. It wasn't like his best performance by any means, and it looked like Salah was trying a little bit too hard to get that top scorer award at the end of the season, and it looks like now that he won't get it. I just can't see Salah scoring 2 or 3 goals against Chelsea and Arsenal, and then it comes down to the final day of the season against Newcastle. Who knows how Newcastle will play in that one. And also Henderson misses out the rest of the season, but it looks like he does not require surgery, so he will be able to lift the Premier League trophy. I'm just not sure if he could do the Henderson shuffle, his trademark shuffle, before lifting the Premier League trophy. But I'm really devastated for Henderson, and I think we missed a little bit Jordan Henderson. We will definitely miss our captain, not just because of his leadership skills, but because he is a very good world-class midfielder in his position. I mean, and also Milner wasn't in the squad. Jurgen Klopp explained that Milner had this little muscle injury 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's all good, but we cannot do it right now. We cannot put Milner in the squad. He trained, but he felt something. He's not injured, but we should not take the risk. So he's not in the squad. It's basically a precaution, so he doesn't pull his hamstring again. Naby Keita is in outstanding shape, but he has played a lot of football, I would say, Jurgen Klopp said, so that's why Naby Keita wasn't starting today. We know he has a little history with injuries, so we don't want to take the risk, Jurgen Klopp said after the game, and we saw in the last few games how big the impact can be from the boys who come from the bench. So it's pretty much the same for Naby like it is for Ox and stuff like this, that the boys can come on and make a big difference, and that's why we start with the team that we started against Burnley. Dejan Lovren is also back in the squad, and Shaqiri is also back in the squad. So it's a good squad, and I think Liverpool will be probably full strength for the next game, which is against Chelsea, I believe. But I mean, Liverpool have to win all 3 if they want to break the record, which will be very difficult. Liverpool are on 93 points now, which is an absolutely incredible points total, but we only can collect 9 more points, and I'm sure that both Arsenal and Chelsea will go very hard. I know our next game is against Arsenal, sorry, so the Chelsea game is the next one. And Chelsea, if they lose to Sheffield United today, remember Sheffield United are 2-0 up after like 36 minutes on my screen. Actually, Chelsea could be in big trouble for the top 4 race. If Man City are not banned for the Champions League, then Man United could actually overtake Chelsea by winning against Southampton at home 2 days from now, which is very likely. And also Bournemouth will probably beat Leicester will probably beat Bournemouth. That's what I wanted to say. So Leicester will also go up above Chelsea. So Chelsea could slip down to 5th place with 3 games to go. Luckily for Chelsea, they play Norwich next, but after that it's Liverpool, and I'm not sure who the last game is against for Chelsea, but having to win against Liverpool, imagine that. And also Chelsea Wolves is the last game. Imagine if that game decides the top 4 race. That probably will. And also Leicester City will play Manchester United in the last game of the season. So it could come down to those games to decide who finishes in the top 4. And Sheffield United are not giving up on Champions League football, which is absolutely incredible to me. Sheffield United are now on 54 points if they beat Chelsea. And they can still catch either Chelsea, Man United or Leicester. But I think Sheffield United, just even with Europa League football, they will be super happy. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this post-match analysis video of the Liverpool-Burnley game. It was a lot of fun to make. And tomorrow I will have a brand new Liverpool career mode and a brand new Liverpool transfer news video for you guys, already recorded and everything. So I will post that tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.